Getting together already. Yeah, Fight Night soundtrack is very good. Alright. Hey, Tama. I hear that you need to get in the fucking robot soon. Soon, yeah. Yeah, I saw that and was like, oh, sure, alright. I mean, I obviously gotta make the joke at some point there. Alright. I think it's about time we get ourselves going here. So yeah, sorry about not till way past January yet. It's that far out. Yeah, I didn't see when. I just saw someone share the Final Fantasy XIV X Evangelion in my direction and was like, yeah, sure, alright. But yeah, no, sorry about missing last stream. I had a weird, hectic day that involved simultaneously doing a bunch of things and also not at all. And didn't get to stop until about 6:30, which is about when I got to take allergy meds. And needless to say, about an hour in is when I started kicking my ass, and then I was like, yeah, it's only gonna get worse from here. So, didn't seem like a great place to be streaming in. So, I put it off. I haven't needed to take anything today, I've been fine. So, hopefully no problems tonight.
The journey so far. The Rydal Road. A temple was found, and the turn of a key woke a giant from slumber. The Makers have need of me, the Warden bellowed. And so he went, in search of their only hope.
Alright, so last time on the death video game. Let's see. I believe, finished the Cauldron, and then moved our way over to the Drench Fort. Got the Drench Fort done. Went back to the Foundry to learn that here's a Maker's Key. We need to go activate the Warden. There's one Warden left, and the Warden was all the way up here. Which I went in this direction coincidentally for a side quest instead of doing the plot, and they just happened at us. So I need to come back down here to do some side quests. So that is the current plan. So we'll do that, and then we need to do the Foundry so that we can go grab the... Yeah, we need to do that so we can get the Foundry so that we can go grab the giant robot, and then we can bring the giant robot out here so it can punch the goo monster here, so that we can go up to here and find our way to revive all of the dead humans so we can unframe a war. There is the plot that we missed, and yeah, we're here for a side quest. I'm trying to remember which direction we need to go. Because again, this image is not helpful. There is a chest here and an unopened door. Pretty sure we need to get basement. Can't rotate the map around. Right. Gotta take the long way then. I forgot what button it exactly holds.
See what you can find.
I believe the crow is supposed to point you to the nearest objective. I also saw big things are happening in Warframe in like 2 weeks. 2-3 weeks, right? We're getting Ash and Garuda proto frames, as well as maybe 2 new frames? Asterisk, maybe? we've jumped the lark completely and gone straight to Devil May Cry. The brothers, sort of. I'm not really sure it's brothers if it's just the same alternate universe person, but alright. So, that should be interesting. Like, everything about that, I was actually under initial impressions that it was like the Ash and Garuda that, like, become the... Because I only saw the trailers, really. The man has been successfully beaten up, yeah. Our cousins, basically, yeah. More or less, in a sense, yeah. Stalker has gone full dad, so we'll see the ramifications of this. No, this isn't solvable until later. Like, I know it solves that. Remembering to come back to grab that is a different question, but I think I know what's in there. Going to include dad jokes in his death threats. God. One of the things that will definitely be bringing me back into Warframe is, Nidus changes. They're adding, like, range improvements for his 4, his 1, I think. Better damage scaling. His stacks now start at 200. Larva can now be recast and disable it, just like gets rid of the old one. Can now be recast, which is huge if true. There it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Just missed it last time we were through here. Recast Larva will be excellent for me specifically, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. And Parasitic Link can now be attached to allies. Like, AI allies, not just like, player allies. So, specters and, pets. There's a door. Good luck aiming your sentinel though. I mean, you're just doing it to buff yourself at that point, so. I assume, I know that they were talking about having better targeting things with the, Link, so. Yeah, I don't know if it'll apply to sentinels, but it does apply to pets now. And, pets and specters. Yeah, probably. That's why I'm saying pets and not just companions. Here. Because yeah, I am pretty excited. I saw a lot of the changes and they looked very good. So we shall see. Ah, ball shaped. Okay. I see what opens that door now. Back down you go. Oh, whoop. We'll get that on the way back up, I think. Yeah, I saw a stone up in the corner there. That is my one complaint here, is that they don't just, like... Aiming yourself onto these sticks can be a pain in the ass. They're automated once you get on them, but... A little bit annoying. Here... Yeah, I can hear it. But yeah, what's the... I missed stuff going off. 14... Yep. 14 combat will be completely revamped by the person who has been revamping PvP jobs like 6 times in the last 3 expansions. I mean, that sounds... concerning. But, you know. Importing yet another type of cat person, non-playable. Do that, and that should turn this one on up here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Shoot you. Make that sound stop. Don't you dare, don't. Wow, the bullet worked. Bullets worked. I'll take it. Alright. Fluffy cats are the 4th. I'll be honest, that was a desperate grab on my part. I was like, oh no, please, bullet, stop it, and it worked. God damn it! I gotta go back down. Be a pain in my ass. My favorite. Ball physics. Much better. Okay, now it's right. Balls were not as inert as they should have been. Yeah, pretty much. Would have appreciated it if they were. Okay, there we go. Puzzle solved. I will heal my 2 points of damage falling into a lava pit. Okay. Right, I know what's over there. Yeah, I was smashing my head against Tsukiyomi Unreal. She goes away on Tuesday and, failing last. Oh, that's unfortunate. Cool fight, and hoping I'd clear the lower level version. That would go well. Learning something in your attempts. Oh, okay, I can't get to you yet. Okay. I do not have the grapple hook. "31 and 6 strength. 24 and 8 strength. Breaknap Arcane. Right, I think I fully fed these sides, yeah. I don't need... Yeah, I don't really want these. Nearly's level 100 version of an older fight, and that they swap out every few months. Ah, gotcha. I assume that there's a particularly good prize for it. He respawned while I was going back and forth, huh? Doing that nice crispy 1,000 damage crit, yeah. Alright. Let's see. I think I can get to Gorewood, even though it's probably a bad idea to do. Where is Gorewood? Over here. Not really. It's basically all cosmetics, which is why I'd not touched Unreals before. Ah, fair enough. Well, it's good of them not getting, like, meaningful items behind it. It's like falling your teeth off. I always forget that, like, mission objective markers are always a bit tricky in this game. Again, I might not get the mobility tool I need until I... Oh, right, There we go. Get if there's anything I can buy from Fulgrim that isn't shards.
I have new items, if you have the gold.
Oh right, I forgot they also cost cash. And also I've cleared a hard mode fight, albeit Blue Mage Squad. Blue Mage Squad did not have fear and rage due to both outgearing and blue magic bullshit. Ah. This sounds like blue magic is a worthwhile investment. I feel like it's attached to the crag somewhere. I'm just trying to remember where. And it might not let me until I have the next movement ability. Alright. I think I will come back. I get that feeling. An experience I've had in basically every, like, multiplayer RPG I have played, I usually end up being the tank. At some point I end up just being the responsible one. And not through any particular effort of my own, it just kind of ends up happening that way. Which, ironically, is kind of ended up how I just like playing Warframe, so I guess in Warframe's case that worked out. Turns out I like standing still and just being able to shoot the things because I have bad reflexes.
Here is what you asked for.
Ah, thank you, horseman. You'll not be sorry for your trouble. This talisman will certainly help you on your quest. But I fear you will not break your destiny.
No, but I believe I might bend it a little.
Alright, the Grim Talisman. Maker is a maker known only as the Madsmith forged... Wait, so you're making your... Wait, wasn't this a talisman you were making for yourself? So were you the Madsmith? I think there might have been some crossed wires between who handed the gift out and who made the item. It's fine. Slain warriors from the Dead Plains. Grim is the talisman's name. It's crafted and distilled concentrated necromantic abilities, powers from the abyss. Grim Talisman makes any weapon wielder its owner and build Reaper energy. Alright. I think I remember this one being worth having for the whole game on hand. Yeah, so you naturally built Reaper energy without having to do, like, skills and stuff. But, I think I like the free juicing stuff a little better, but... Because 10% arcane crit damage is nice. Reaper from Arby's. Blue Mage tanking is kind of a pain due to all of the mitigation being spells. You have to cast and then finish. Before the boss does the thing that will certainly kill you, whereas regular tanks have instant abilities for that. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely playing the timing game there the whole time. Yeah, once we get the first, like, mobility tool, I'll start worrying about hunting down the two that we can hunt. No more moves available. Alright, so I bought everything out from you. Does the mailbox have anything? I know at some point the game will hand me the two, like, pre-order games. Or pre-order weapons, which are halfway decent. Okay. One of them was a, like, giant bomb thing, I think, and the other was, remember, Mace Maximus and something else. They were both like specialty, what's the word? One was a specialty mace and the other was claw, I think? Yeah, fair enough. I don't think I need to buy anything. Not that I really have the cash for it. Is that checked? Yeah, I don't have the cash to buy anything. There you are. Tri-stone. Hey there, buddy. What you up to?
So the time has come. Tell me about the foundry. It is a holy site, where soul is fused with stone. Doesn't look so holy from here. The darkness has spared little in our realm. But the foundry is a place of magic. It is strong. And with your help, we will claim it once more. What became of the other wardens? In my dreams, I felt many of my brothers, but only one still calls. Aura, a warden most ancient. His song still haunts me, though his stone is lost. It's not safe here. For flesh or for stone. There is no shame in turning back. No point either.
You heard the warden. It's not safe to go alone. You need my help.
Okay, we're bringing a tag along now. Anyway, we screamed at the bridge and now it's fixed. That's how you fix bridges, right? Alright, I'm just poking my nose around to see if there's any goblins. Speaking of.
Possible.
Yeah, if I have one complaint with this game, it is its economy is not good. You don't often really need to buy equipment for any reason, but still. I don't hear anything, so alright, off to the dungeon we go. Also, good time just to make sure I do a manual save here. Just curious if I could get up there for any reason. Alright. Alright, I've picked up some stuff. Here's Buckler. And... ooh, resistance gloves. Okay. Yeah, I will hold on to those. Those are much more worthwhile than arcane. Yes, as long as I have a set of resistance clothes and a set of defense armor. That's generally going to be the things I care about the most. Okay, so I'm guessing this is where the last 2 pages are, unless I missed one out in the Drench Fort. Because I feel like that would be the place I missed one, and I can think of the place where I missed it. But I know there is at least a page here. Okay. Oh, you want to throw me over there?
I've got you, Ryder. Up aboard.
Yeah, I'm not interested right now. I'm exploring around.
Spoon's bigger than you.
Sure. I am exploring right now. Ah, never mind. I will return back to Karn then. Exploring is not allowed.
Step up, Ryder. I'll toss you.
Alright. Fortunately, those are just like fixed cutscenes, so nothing really tends to go wrong in them. Where am I trying to get? Oh, I see. See the grip point. Other cloud-based news. Blue Sky is totally broken on my end, and only CDN Blue Sky is functional. I've not had any of these problems with it, but I've been hearing a relentless number of people having increasing problems with it. As they continue to tout that their product is vibe-coded. He's here. Going well so far. It's about as I remember it, which is good time. Fortunately, the most you need to know from Darksiders 1 to Darksiders 2 is that if you've seen the prologue of Darksiders 1, you are caught up on what you need to know for Darksiders 2. Starting to wonder if it's location-based. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, let's see, what did we pick up? Stronger Scythe, but it doesn't have any of our fun bonuses like damage piercing. And crit chance and crit damage, so I will hold on to our possessed scythes for now. I think the step up in damage isn't that big for it's 10 points, but still. What we're getting out of this is a shitload of defense. So yeah, I'll stick with my modifiers for now. Yeah, okay. I am going to feed you... Health on crit. Oh, okay, now I want to keep it. I don't need that. More strength, resistance, crit damage. You are the fast speedy hit things a lot, so I will take my crit chance on you. Alright. I also found out earlier today, and I plan on picking it up probably tomorrow afternoon or whatever. The entire Darksiders franchise is on pretty big sale. It's like 80% off. So I can get the remaining things I'm missing from the franchise for like $10. So, and I have the wiggle room to grab that, so. Even if 3 isn't very good, I heard that the Genesis was not bad. I've heard Genesis is pretty good. So, why not? Yeah. Apparently, I don't have this game's soundtrack. I thought I did. It's like $1. And it's also included in the franchise pack, so yeah, I'll just grab it then. Unfortunately, both versions of Darksiders 1 have some issues on Linux, and that's unfortunate. I mean, funny enough, narratively, the only two things that matter in Darksiders 1 is the beginning and the ending. So if you're looking for anything that ties the games together, you can just look up the ending of the game. If you're, like, you know, actually really curious about wanting to adhere to it, but can't actually finish the first game. So I will say that. I also found the War Master edition to be apparently buggier than the original, so... Which is a trait shared with Saints Row. Somehow.
Hello? Anyone there?
Fair enough. Figure out how to open this door. Up here. The glowing switch would do it.
Stay there! I'll get the door.
I wasn't that far ahead on PC before I lost my save. Fair enough.
Let her drop.
Yeah, it looks like that's...
This thing is heavy.
Praying for the Red Ring of War and not the Red Ring of Death.
And if you would get to the tree,
Something like that.
we'll have to wake that beast. And then what? The Guardian will do what it was meant to. Destroy the corruption blocking the tree.
But it looks finished. Why does it just stand there?
The body is finished, aye. But as it stands, it is no more than dead stone. To give life to the stone, we must give it the essence of a maker's heart. 3 of them for a beast this large.
And how do we do that?
These heart stones were finished, along with the Guardian, but never married to the stone. They're all in the temple. We need only look to find them.
Then let's go.
Alright. But yeah, I played the first one and then got the first one somewhat late on the original like PC version of it, and then picked up. I pre-ordered 2 because that was like new at the time. And then like 2 years later or whatever, they came out with Definitive Edition. So yeah. Let me keep poking my nose around here first. There's a grapple golem over there. I picked this up and I played through the first one, went, yeah, this is okay, this is fun. This is like kind of really dumb video game, I'm here for it. And then I picked up 2 and was like, okay, this game clearly has problems, but I'm here for it. Like, I'm enjoying what this is putting down. Okay, yep. The thing I need to do the other areas is right in here. So, yeah, I made the right call to do this first. It is definitely in this area somewhere. And then I tried 3, because that was on the... that was on my brother's PS4. So I gave that a shot, and it was like... I don't know, I was not clicking with it, because it just... Like, this game and the first game are clearly just, like, bootleg Zelda hack-and-slash video game with the serial numbers filed off. Which, like, hey, I'm here for. And then... But they were always... It was hack-and-slash Zelda with some kind of attachment. So, like, the first one's just, like, God of War, and then this one is Diablo. But I couldn't find what the other game was. It was just Dark Souls. It wasn't, like, trying to be this. It was trying to just be Dark Souls, and it doesn't quite work. You need to do the combo work. Alright. To get through the goop, I probably need a riding golem. Yeah, this is a game I've been wanting to stream for forever, and I just kind of never really got around to it until recently. I was like, yeah, you know, just fuck it, I'm here. I've seen like 2 people talk about Darksiders recently, and I'm like, I could play that again. So, here we are. Sometimes it be that simple. Alright. The friendship of Hurley Gloves.
I cannot. Impossible.
Alright, we gotta take a dip, huh? Alright. I remember the buttons. Golems down here. Boatman coin. There's that. I think War had a little bit better trajectory on his swimming abilities. Alright, out here. What we got? Climbable. Where? Nope, that's where we came in. Considering the camera's leading me directly this time.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, thanks for letting me get the ball through.
I should have went down at the forge. Old fella's can manage this for days.
There we go. Now I have the grapple going. Hey, there we go. I mean, I could do the punch with the golem, but this one has some fun down here. Especially because I need to go up here. Alright. Whatever's in here, and then we'll see what loot I picked up. I saw blue something. Blue Scythe. Scythe of Frost. 11 frost damage and 24 health on crit. Okay, fine. Fine game. You know how to entice me with health on crit. Ugh. I will hold on to it. Means I don't really need it on the bucklers because I have a scythe option. Okay, I finally have a chest piece that is better. There we go. Somehow this jaw has more defense than the pauldron. The pauldron of war. Alright. That's just worse. 28 thorns. Ooh, oh, that's okay. 40 defense. Temptation. And crit damage. I lose the strength. Not a critical amount of strength, though. Yeah, I kind of just want the thorns. Because it's funny. Thorns with health on crit, I mean... Let me see what I can feed into you. You're kinda just better than that thing. 3724. A relatively balanced op, but I think I'd rather just have the specialized option. that. That. At this point, I'm not really getting... Again, cash is such a weird influx in this game. Yeah, give me the crit chance. I mean, I may as well just use other things for fun at this point, because, I mean, we're not really getting away from using the Skeletal Axe of Rending or the Masher of Kirkinos anytime soon. Isn't great amount versus how much damage you would take in response. I mean, for what, for the thorns? Yeah, I don't remember what the actual value of thorns does. Presumably ores on guards, because guards also give you, yeah, you still take damage while guarding, so. Let's see. Yeah, apparently that is the value of damage that it retaliates with. So yeah, it's actually probably... I mean, I'm getting the 40 defense on it, so for now, it's still a step up from my other options, but I do want the resistance gloves. Yeah, I think it's 28 is the value that it actually does in damage. Not very practical off the top here, but it's something. Isn't the fun flavor of Thorns where it does, like, damage equal to damage taken?
I cannot.
Okay, crit damage instead of strength by taking the lightly pinker Shaw. Honestly, I like the strength. So, give me that over the crit damage for now. Cannot fit. Door stuck. I'm sure at some point we'll find the correct kind of reddish pink attire.
Let's hide that and break the neck.
Just keeping my eyes peeled. Yeah, I don't have the thing for that. Means I presumably get that soon. Sure. Alright, please give me the ability I need. Love to dodge a burning hot goop. Alright. Well, don't give me like the completion sound. There's still more fight to go. There we go. Now you can play the sound. What are we looking at? Execution chance, 15%, damage, and shock damage. Okay. Passing up the massive amount of defense I'm getting to staying alive. Yeah. For now, not a sacrifice I need to make. One key. Thanks. I don't think I need...
After you.
Yeah, I can leave Punchy here, because I can't get it through the doorway anyway. Actually, what's over here? Here's something. Just level ambience. Okay, that just getting through there opened that up. Okay. That's fine with me. Look, Karn, if you want to hang around, you gotta get used to the fact that I'm going to meander and dig my nose into places it doesn't belong. As one does. Yeah, I might be using DX12. Okay.
That's it then.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. I'll take the hops then. Oh, look at all this water. No. Okay, so what shinies do we pick up? Gauntlets of Shock. And some nice looking shoes. Same thing, but better in all categories and does crit damage. Okay, sure. Wow, those are chunky looking. Maybe the shoe spikes are a little unsafe. You could bend your toes straight into those, but no, otherwise. Don't need these anymore. Don't need those anymore. Not interested in that. 34 to Arcane, I'm probably not really gonna use. Wow, I'm like 1 point off. Arcane. Presumably, yeah, right here. You a map. Yeah. I will take a map. Zappy, the element of the hero, yeah. Here we are. There we go. Death Grip. With the Death Grip, Death can now grasp certain objects' distance, including pulling him to things. This is a grapple hook. I think that took like 4 dungeons for War to have. And it was a literal hook. Death now just has a grabby hand. Actually, what is up here? Well, you want me to get up here somehow. I'm pretty sure you don't have to come back for it. Like, that was one thing I remember. Was gathering them all before coming. Yeah, it has to be like a certain kind of wall or a hook. Not seeing the grapple point, but I see what's up there. That's a book page. I'm trying to remember how to get up there. Nothing on this side. That's a good question. I'm not seeing another grapple point, and I can't think of an ability that would get you up there. It's making me feel like... Oh, here. Ah. There we go. The old head meat turns eventually. Maker's Scythe. Alright. And a book page. Please just one, so it's either in here or it's in the Drench Fort. Alright, Maker's Scythe. Flat 86 damage, 74 defense, 17 strength, 37 resistance. Okay, so these are your chunky bastard scythes. These will keep you alive. Okay. Theoretically. Old reliables at that point. There's a non-trivial amount of strength, though, for free. Kinda want the big chunk of strength, though. You know, I get very used to seeing the spooky hand face. It's just gonna be there for most of the game. This is generally Death's most useful tool. Both in combat and out. Okay, first things first. We need to go...
Follow me!
I need to go back to you.
Follow me!
I'll worry about you later, bro. I got things I want. Alright, we got a prize over here. Here's Buckler of Shock. Okay. $34, 15% increase in cash. I mean, at this point, it's kind of not worth the dip, because, like, health on crit is great, but I already have a thing that gives me 1-to-1 damage to health. So, if I need a tool that is going to give me health back, I have one. And it will basically hold up for most of the game, even if I end up hot swapping it in the middle of combat, just because I need to heal. Alright. I will feed you guys to the stick. See what happens here. Crit chance piercing damage. Why would I take less piercing damage? Or more crit chance? What a weird exchange. 84 to 96 is fine. Alright. It's fine.
Follow me!
Okay.
Follow me! It's over already!
Oh. That's something. Possessed arm blades, level 10. Okay, now that I've been working on these, it's time to not worry about them. Sure. Alright, game. Let's see. I mean, at this point, these are just kind of better. I'm not gonna use these at this point, so... I mean, I could feed you the art with the claws at this point, but I think the claws are probably worth more to sell. In before a possessed weapon gives you the choice between 2 downgrades again. Yeah. Downgrades from having no effects whatsoever, yeah. Perhaps they didn't sanity check those values quite as well as I thought. Yeah. Like, a lot of the numbers in this game are a bit jank. Like, in my experience, generally possessed weapons are worth the the effort to put into them. But, you know, I don't normally get this many of them, so... On half of the bridge. Right here. Nope. That rotates me back down there. Okay. Anything under anybody? Keeping an eye out. Alright. Doesn't hurt to be thorough, you know. Elevator. Alright, are we gonna be ambushed on this suspiciously large elevator? But yes, the elevator does do weird camera nonsense. I don't know why in this game. Alright, did not get attacked on the elevator. Alright, there's rock.
Ah, a heartstone. Within lays the soul of a great maker. Find a way to bring it down, and I'll carry it. That's it, over here. Alright, I've got you, Ryder. Up aboard.
Just poking my nose around, trying to see what I'm looking for.
It's alright, I've got you.
There's a golem down there.
Have at it then.
Oh, come on, bud. I just wanted to look around first. Alright. My favorite. Okay, come on, Chuck.
Come on, step up, Ryder.
That's-
I'll toss you.
Forward angle. Good go. Oh, shoes. Purple shoes. Very fancy shoes. Defense 20, resistance 33. Isn't that better than... Better defense, thorns, resistance, arcane crit chance. This gives me more MP, but better resistance. Okay. That's fine. I'll keep it as an option over the other Spellbinder boots. There we go. I remember there being a safe way to get through that.
Zip on over. Jump like a lass.
You chucked me. Not sure how that criticism works. Kind of implies that your throw is bad, but you did not fall in the pot though. Fired that off a little too soon. Okay. Keep a better eye on what I'm doing this time. I saw something behind it. I don't see anything over there. Full run. Alright. Presumably ball golem can go through, yeah. Thanks for your job there, grapple golem.
Awesome.
I'm fairly certain you could, in fact, hold more than that, but sure.
I'll take care of this.
I'm glad that fall wasn't dangerous to the stone in any way.
Let's get this back to the Guardian. It's getting hot in here.
Alright, back up we go. Can you believe it? A combat happened. How are you guys crawling up through the platform? Okay, go. Yeah, I think barely taking any damage is, at this point, slightly more sufficient option. Alright, we got there. Oh yeah, I think I leveled up a while ago and then forgot about it. Gauntlet of Shock. These are definitely gauntlets of shock. They look like they shock things. Sure. $12 arcane and XP boost. You know, I'll take if that was higher than that. 5% XP boost. That's fine. Shocking tang flavor. Everyone's favorite flavor of high C. Yeah.
The old stone awakens. Looks like we're not done yet.
We were told 3 of them. Oh, the magma finally got to the wood. It's 3 because video games. Well, that and presumably storytelling. Oh my god, they're bees, but they're also electrified. Unelectrified, yeah, that's the word. Presumably, yeah, that's way over here. Yeah, so basically if the game doesn't grace us with any kind of good equipment, then I'll probably just end up buying one from Volgum. Right, I forgot that stun is the one that sucks because it, like, or, yeah, the chakra is the one that sucks because it staggers you. Love to be interrupted by a different flavor of poison. How do they taste? Good question. Like the first game, that's not really how you heal on this one. Alright. a door here. Might need to take that other path first. Grab the goodies first. That'll help.
Let it drop.
Okay, now he'll chuck me.
I've thrown stones bigger than you. Good landing.
Dash there. Okay.
I cannot. Impossible.
Come back to that in a second. Thanks for the shoes. Be something. Oatman coin. Let's see, water. Can I get in the drink? I don't think so. Okay, I see what you need to do. Well, in other news, speaking of games I've been coming back to play, yeah, I started picking up Shining Force 1 again this week, and I'm like second to last chapter. Not a distinctly long game, it's 30 battles total. But I wanted to come back to play Shining Force because I've been trying to... I've been for a while, and I keep just meaning to play Shining Force 3, the translation, since that's basically done, and they've just been doing, like, quality of life updates for it. Like, now the patcher is all, like, fancy and stuff, and has its own built-in what's-its, which I don't think it did last time I used it, so... It was like 98.9% complete done translation. So It was one of those. It was getting there for a while. Like years ago, and I just never got around to trying it. Because Shining Force 3 is a game I grew up with on Sega Saturn, so I've been meaning to do a full, like, proper replay along with the 2.5 translated discs that go on top. Because in the English release of the game, they only released the first disc of 4 Shining Force in the US, so I ended up picking up Shining Force 1 and 2 way back when on the Wii Virtual Console and played the heck out of it. It's been long enough that I forgot that Arthur was secretly good, actually. So, that tells you where I've been at with it. Because, Arthur's a very weird character. And you'll notice he's weird if you stick him out with him to, like, level 10. Because he is the only knight in the game that learns magic.
Don't get flattened there, alright?
So, you get like 5 knights in the game, and they're all basically similar, except Arthur, who learns 3 element magics.
I cannot.
He only learns them at level 1, mind you. So he doesn't get any fancy versions, but his attack, which is going to be rarely a problem for him, struggles to punch through something's defense. He does have a guaranteed do 10 damage against something button, which is fairly interesting.
I cannot.
But he also, again, sucks. He is absolutely terrible to use until you promote him. Actually, that's not entirely true. He's actually halfway decent once you get him to, like, 12. Because he has no health. He is, like, statted like a mage that can punch people. But he does not have those stats initially. Arthur is miserable to begin with. But now that you get him up, I've gotten him up to level 20 and then promoted. So he's only gonna get a couple more levels and then he'll learn, I think he learns Bolt. And Bolt gets really good, but not on him. Unfortunately, Bolt does not, Bolt at level 1 does not work in the way it does in Fire Emblem. Unfortunately. This is just element. Electric element spell. For size. For level 1. Level 2 is... I know level 2 goes to the plus shape, and then I think level 3 becomes like a massive, like, size 2 plus target area. It's whack. I think only one character actually learns Bolt 3 though. And you get them so late into the game, you aren't really gonna be... I'm actually like, I think I'm just about to unlock the character that gets Bolt 3. Ordained as lightning, yeah. I got Tao. I've been sticking with Tao even though she's not the best, but she is basically one of 3 mages that you get early in. Early-ish. The other options are a secret character and You get Tao, you get Henri. Those are both mages. And then they upgrade into wizards. You also have Arthur, who is not really a mage class. He's a knight who still mostly functions as a knight. But does get a big... I have 8 MP on him. I've given him like 23 levels, and he has 8 MP. So that's a thing to keep in mind. Arthur is not really a caster. He's just a knight that has magic. Which again is useful. It's a good thing to have, even the weak spells. But yeah, Tao ends up with... Tao has kind of the worst of the spell selections. She has sleep. I think she gets sleep too, which is good. But yeah, she only has she masters blaze spells, which are generally the worst ones because they're just like the first rung that you get. They are the mage's first spell, basically. And fire too. And then you get access to, but hers actually goes up to Blaze 4. So Blaze 4 is fun. Blaze 4 is very useful against bosses because it is single target. Blaze 3 is basically Blaze 2, but it has a, I think, 1 range target larger. So, like, Blaze 3 is rarely going to be very useful, but Blaze 4 is, because the difference between Blaze 3 and Blaze 4 is, like, Blaze 3 does 20 damage? I think it does 20, it does 19 to 21 damage, I think. Whereas Blaze 4 is single target, but does 33 to 36 damage. Because in Shining Force Magic does fixed damage. Which is a important thing to keep in mind. Spells do fixed damage, except certain enemies which resist certain types of magic. And usually the things with actual resistance are bosses. Alright. Crusher. No, I need to get over there. But yeah, I figured I'd stick with Tao and Henri this time. And the other spellcaster that you get early in is Domingo. You get Domingo from basically talking to a guy who tells you to interact with a statue. That statue gives you the egg, and then you bring the egg to a later level, and a guy cooks the egg up for you, and it becomes Domingo, who joins the party at level 1. When you're like level 10. So Domingo is interesting because, oh hey, Maker Armor. Domingo is interesting because he has access to ice spells and a bunch of like status effect spells. But also, Domingo has terrible movement. He has like 4 movement. But I believe he does learn up to Ice 4. And also, he can't promote, so he doesn't get the extra big, like, stat boost. So that's the thing to keep in mind. So, Domingo can't promote, and Domingo has terrible movement. two things to keep in mind. The thing that makes Domingo interesting is, Domingo's a jellyfish. He floats around. He does not care about terrain at all. So, he's basically a flying mage with a decent health pool. So, he can survive taking a hit. Not when you get him, mind you, because he's level 1 and you're going against a level 10 boss fight. Basically, by the time you find him. You know, he has flight. Which actually is very useful in a handful of fights, because you can get... There are a lot of fights in the game that are like... Almost every outdoor fight is going to involve you having to trek everyone through mountains. Mountainous terrain. Which sucks. Because mountainous terrain reduces everyone's movement speed except for a handful of characters down to 2. So your knights that have... what is it, like 10 movement? Yeah, you're down to 2. Your wizard with like 4 to 5 movement? Yeah, they're down to 2. So flight lets you bypass some problems in certain areas. But I think all of that pales compared to, like, you can have all these great wizards, but then you also just get access to Xylo. So you have Xylo before that, you get Xylo before that, I believe. And Xylo is hysterically powerful. Same thing I'm wearing, but significantly better. Alright. Got it. Thorns defense. Alright. Yeah, okay. Give me pants of immeasurable bulk. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Yeah, I forgot the game just hands you these. Alright, yeah, that means I don't need half of my other equipment's just been invalidated because this is massive amounts of defense and arcane and resistance, which means I can feel decent moving out of the sights having a bunch of defense. If I find better sides. And yeah, a whole bunch of strength boosts. Okay, I don't need you anymore. Or you. Or you. Don't need those. What resistance do you? 37. Yeah, that's whatever. At that point, you're nitpicking, I think. Considering all of the other gear here has that. Yeah, I think you're just being nitpicky at that point, so whatever. Give me the strength. About thorns at this point. Like, it basically invalidates all of the other equipment I have. Alright, that puts these at theoretically better than the Masher. Okay. Yeah, 250 is a lot, considering there aren't that many magical enemies in the game, but when they do show up, they will fuck you up immensely. So we're kind of always going to want something that gives a decent amount of resistance on hand. There's like one boss that just exclusively does resistance damage. Or magic damage, I should say. Right. Bring out that. Came over here. just for this? Right, I pulled the thing, turned on the masher, right. That's a drop down point. Okay. Oops. Where is the up point? There it is. Oh, I see. There we go.
Over here.
Oh, thanks. Glad you're using your brains here. Oh, handy. A key. Alright, and I need to go find the crusher.
Impossible.
Over here.
Try not to get crushed, horseman.
If I remember correctly. Thank you. Throw that. Yep. I remember that being a part of the puzzle. It was needing to reduce Golem to Orb. I just don't remember why.
After you.
An important step of the process. Oh, that's why. You can't fit the golem through the hole. Yeah, you need the ball to kill the spider.
Not even a scratch.
Alright, if death makes a particularly skillful dodge, dodge an opponent's attack, a flicker of his Reaper form will appear and strike the attacker. Yeah, there we go. Means we've achieved an adequate level. There we go. Orb. needed to get the ball in the hoop, and the ball was too big. Entirely fast when hitting with your weapons, but ball 2 spider is fun, yeah. Definitely reminds me of one of the dumber things I've done in a tabletop game. We had a scene where like it was actually a pretty nasty character. It almost kind of died because I was being an idiot, but everyone had a good laugh at it, so it was absolutely worth it. Basically it was like me and the other like muscle-bound character in the party, and I just picked up the bed in the room and just started like I just smashed him against the wall with the bed and just kept beating him with it so he couldn't leave the room. Mind you, yeah, I got blasted pretty hard for it with the magic, but, and the fight would have ended extremely fast if I had just used an actual weapon. But it was very funny. I just had like a complete Yakuza moment, and I just like smashed a man repeatedly with the bed. Like I was Kiryu. Definitely one of the funnier dumb moments I've had. Like, that was definitely just me being, like, chaotic stupid, but, I mean, come on. How many opportunities do you have to attempt to smash a villain to death with a bed? Very funny. Alright, we got 2 skill points. Alright. Let's see. There, I'll take that for now. I'll go for the next you'll get... Yeah, we'll get dash completed and then I'll start worrying about getting other things. Alright, so we're 8 now? 9? Oh, we're 11. Okay. Right, we're 1 away from that. That's why I was looking for it, I think. Alright, so we're 11 now. Which gives us access to... We'll have access to... Alright. Not too worried at that point. Yeah, I'll put... words... Yeah, I'll put Unstoppable on our next grab. But hey, slow and better crit chance. We'll face you in a room with furniture in it. Yeah, exactly. I spec'd into Beast, I hope you know. Hey, Karn, you wanna move this along? Thanks, bud. Alright, let's go. Oh, hi.
Oh, yes.
20 Ice Prowler. More water. I don't know what that exactly amounts to. Go. Yeah. Right, I need to go over there to hold the switch down so we can get through. And speaking of tabletop, we got around to some more Lancer, and felt pretty good with combat this time. I got everybody to do the things they needed to do. Like I made Zior, who basically only does I shoot the bad man, actually have to do like 2 or 3 different things. I even set him on fire for like 3 seconds, but hey, he was on fire. I put guy who stays out of combat range in fire range, so that was good. And while my funny trick didn't quite work out, I did manage to make Ollie, who does oops only run it straight directly at the bad guys, do a little bit more planning this time. So, you know. I felt a little bit bad for Crag in that fight, but I needed something.
To the stone, the lifeblood flows.
Like there's only I need to be able to punish people who do one thing all the time forever. You know? Okay, come on guys. Gotta show me all your tools here. That definitely seems to have been the recurring theme on combats I've been enjoying as a GM.
I've got you, Ryder. Up aboard. After you.
Impossible.
Which was a nice turnaround considering that the previous combat I'd made something with like some interesting gimmicks and they basically completely ignored it. They completely ignored both the gimmick and the like spawner, the enemy spawner.
That's the final stone.
So, yeah. Feeling a little bit better about that one. Didn't get too much else done. That actually went on longer than I anticipated, but that's fine. I expected 2 sessions out of what we had left anyway. I don't think we should be using that one. I don't like the piss stone. I'm just saying. I think we shouldn't use the piss crystal in the giant robot. Maybe we should go ask the old man if he knows where we have one, like laying around in a storage shed or something. That's closed off. Oh, I see. Did not notice the ball. Alright. Are you really sure?
There's something wrong with this one.
Maybe we should go find a different one. Corrupted Custodian. Alright, we now have to fight the grapple ball. There we go. Wow, good pop. Okay, we got blue something. Alright, what will we pick up? Brutal Buckler of Inferno. Ooh, crystal. And 9 arcane. Alright.
After you.
Yeah, I should maybe check and make sure I'm using the right, like,
I cannot.
renderer for this. I don't remember the purple being quite so vivid. Right over here. Part of the thing is over here.
You must place the stone into the Guardian.
We've seen its work, Horseman. Corruption fair weeps from it.
The other 2 hard stones were pure. I'm wagering that their radiance will cleanse the third.
Mayhaps.
Khan, a greater risk is to do nothing.
Aye.
Maybe you want to put, like, this crystal on, like, the shoulder instead of directly into the brain?
The corruption has burned off.
It seems like a bad idea, and just, you know.
I was wrong.
Almost like corruption did the thing that it always does. Okay. Show currently unavailable. This goes back towards the main engine. Yeah. I have to go back to the side here. you going along, Karn, or what? You gonna say, or?
What have we done? We'll have to divide and conquer, Ryder. You look for the Guardian, and I'll see to the others. You go on without me, horseman.
Okay. As long as
You go
that's
on
settled.
without me, horseman.
And this tracks back to the entrance. I guess putting me in a perpetual state of combat is one way to keep you from fast traveling. Yeah, I think I missed the page in the Drench Fort.
This is no place for a horse.
This is a pretty good place for a horse, honestly. My allergies were okay until, like, I sneezed twice, and then I'm, like, terrible. Maybe because the AC is on? 'Cause the AC just kicked on recently. Might be my problem. Be able to help myself for a second here. A quick second. Here. Okay. Go. Figured if I cover it with the curtain, maybe that'll settle it out a little bit.
The Guardian's run wild! He's gone mad, horseman! Idar doesn't know! Valis has been busy. There are new items.
Alright, I'm gonna sell the possessed claws at this point. They're just worse than what I have
Valis will
going
put
on
that
otherwise.
to good use.
I don't need the Omega Blades or the Dark Avenger, it's just not holding up. Hold on to the Gauntlets of Savagery. Still not even enough for the cheapest thing. Because yeah, these scale up to your level, so... Hence why everything is disgustingly expensive. sure how Idar doesn't know, because he was literally hanging out right there. Hi, Thane. What's up?
No. This can't be. The stone bastard. Tell me where to find the Guardian.
Yeah, you look a
Get to
little
the
roughed up.
plains outside the city. And hurry. Adar is waiting for you both. Impossible.
Yeah, this room is a good room to come back to on the regular, because when the pots refill, they can also have potions in them if you ever run out. Buying them is kind of silly. Usually. Keeping an eye out for shootable rock.
No!
Yeah, maybe standing still in front of the giant. I'm worried about it was a bad idea.
Maker's bones. That hurt. It's beyond my help, horseman. Do your worst.
I'm pretty sure I need... welcome to Shadow of the Colossus. There it is. The problem with being covered in goop also means the explodey goop. Come on, I was dashing away from that, but okay. There's no place for hordes. Got it down the second time, so why am I throwing up here? There we go. There we go. Oh, I think I remember how this works. Finder. With that. Yeah. Okay. Glad I remember something here. He's not making me go through the cutscene every time like the other one was. Oh, at least it wasn't a phase 3. Dark Talons. Alright. We found them in a glacier somewhere.
You had no choice but to destroy him, horseman. Yet if the path to the Tree of Life is to be cleared, I have no choice but to bring him back.
How many times would you have me kill him?
The Guardian will be as a newborn, free of corruption. Now, stand aside. This will take more than a small effort.
You won't survive this!
I am a maker. That task defines my very purpose, as the reaping of souls defines your own. There is no escaping it! Get to the tree now, horseman. Your journey
is far from over.
Dad is dead. Oh, so much for Idar. Doesn't seem to be working out well for it. Well, alright. Well, that's settled. Okay, I now have 3 items for later. Alright, enemies that freeze into immobility are more vulnerable to its touch. Right, this is the one that if you freeze something, it does tons more damage. Like these, I remember these being quite good. Alright. And with that, I should have access to the other 2 side quests that I can do here. So let's go deal with those first before we go up the tree, because there's not any other abilities we can drag through. So, yeah. Fortunately, the dungeon fast travel seem to maintain themselves. I should remember buttons. Moment while I don't have spells. I do want to save Breath Fight. Alright, hey, remember Tiamat? Welcome to Tiamat on Fire. This is the combat arena. I'm gonna give myself a slight advantage here. that. Okay. I forget if falling off resets the fucking fight or not, though. I don't have the health bar down here, and I did a pretty decent chunk of its health. Okay. Alright. And then it runs off, and then it... Come on. Alright, I remembered this fight sucking, but for a very different reason than Gorewood. I remember Gorewood is just extremely chunky, whereas this thing just sucks to fight. Wow, it has like 1 health. Come on. Come on, game. There we go. Aether's Talons. Alright. Yeah, we got a pair of burning scythes. The owner's unknown, but the blade's craftsman's equal as unequaled, allowing it to sever most with utmost precision savagery while burning flesh from the bone.
Possible.
Okay. Have the axe for the time being, just to get some health back up. Alright. Level 15, it is out of my level range. If I recall, it just does a lot of fire damage. And very high crit damage.
I cannot. Impossible.
Okay, that implies that's done. I need to go over to... I am definitely missing something in the trench fort. I can think of the room it is in, even. I just have to remember which room it is. think it's this room? I think it's here. Some enemies respawn. I have health sap up. Going the right way? I'm going our way. I'm thinking I need to go to the room that had the stalkers in it. Big stalker fight room. It's me thinking it's this room. There's a shiny somewhere in a room like this one. Didn't grab it. Or leaving. Wasn't this room? This one? Or that one? I definitely remember a room with critter in it. I think it's up there, but first, there. Yeah, I've been like decent all day and all of a sudden I'm like having trouble. There's something consistent about it. The explosive was somewhere around here. There it is. Oh, the terrible honking. Make sure my game stays full. Good stuff. might be somewhere stupid that I just missed. I feel like there was a combat room that just needs the thing in it. Not here. So, other path maybe? Definitely wasn't down the main road, because that's where the Sentinel fight is. Be in here. I don't think so. Where you fight the golems. Yeah, the helmet and into that. Like the one weird room I missed. Hey, I'll do that. This is just like a funny puzzle room. Not seeing the thing I missed, so, alright, I guess it's elsewhere then. Thing is very on fire.
You fought the Guardian with skill and cunning. I suppose you might make a warrior yet.
Bathia will trouble you no longer.
Then an age of blood and claw has ended. But you still have more to prove. That you survived this trial is a sign of your power. And that your wounds lie deeper than flesh.
Alright. Hey, level up. That's 3 health. And level up. Point. I'll take the 20% crit chance, because, yeah. Alright, we need to go check the mail, and I don't know where the last one is. Gift from Anonymous. An invitation to complete the Crucible. Eternal glory waits you if you survive. Yeah, accept my challenge. To reach the Crucible, you have fast travel from the map. Okay. I acquired the Fool. Alright. I forget how much of the Crucible is doable and not doable right now. There you are. Alright, welcome to the battle arena. This is basically like the Bloody Palace from Devil May Cry.
Ah, I see you got our little invitation. Welcome then to the Crucible! Here, the strongest are tested, and the weak are destroyed! Let me explain the rules, of which there are few. The more creatures you defeat, the deeper into the Crucible you'll go. At intervals, you'll be offered a reward. If you take the reward, you must exit. If not, you may continue. But if at any time you fall, you will earn nothing. Oh, and one last thing. No one has ever finished the Crucible, besides me. Do you wish to enter?
Sure.
Wish to fight from the start. A brave decision.
I forget what the timer amounts to, or if that's just a personal goal nonsense for some reason. Alright. Yep. I could pretty meaningfully get any XP for this. And play 2. Keep forgetting how good the perfect dodge can be. Yeah, I need to remember to try and capitalize on that perfect dodge more.
A tireless avenger, are we? You have survived. So far. Is it the prize and freedom you want? Or more punishment?
Sure.
He chooses to fight on!
Be able to go another 5 ways. Unless they scale up again? Yeah, but only a little bit. That was a pretty good dodge. You guys are a little spongier than I was hoping. Okay. No. gets in that weird spot and suddenly, like, mutes the volume. Strange. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll cash in at this point.
Are we? Done well. Would you take this prize and leave, or continue further? The prize it is!
Alright. Take the loot pool and press onward. Level 12 Possessed Scythe. Ooh. Well, that's something I want to invest in. Not that I really have things to invest into it, but... put that in the bird for now. So, I don't need the axe actively. Fighting enemies 4 levels over me. Or 5 levels, even. Wait, what? It just skipped me to here instead of elsewhere. I think I'd rather take my on-foot path just in case something funny happens. Alright, so I'm gonna progress, and then I will try and find the missing page off camera, because considering it requires checking through multiple places, that seems a bit tedious. And I'm pretty sure I can backtrack once we go to the next area. So... I'm pretty sure it's as simple as teleport to tree, go back to area. So. Okay. No funny cutscenes, we're okay. Alright. Just didn't want something bad to happen because I didn't come through here conventionally. Alright, so as you might have guessed, there are 4 worlds to visit. Oh, 3, I believe. Right, because you can't get through that door yet. Yeah, What's the goop doing here?
And so you have come, bearing your sin like a badge of honor. What do you seek, Pale Rider?
The return of mankind.
To a barren planet shorn of life. Oh, humans are weak and simple. They would not survive this resurrection, nor do they deserve it.
That is not ours to judge. I do this to spare war from the Council's punishment.
And what of the Nephilim? Would you save but one and not the rest?
The Nephilim are a threat to the balance.
If we had taken Eden, none of this would have happened. Yet you rode against us. Slaughtered our flesh, then bound our souls in your amulet.
Who are you?
I think you know. Once, you called me brother.
Absalom.
I have forsaken that name. Now, I earn corruption. The day you raised your scythe against us, I was born, and soon I will be all. The tree of life has fallen to my darkness, from withered root to fruitless limb, and even death himself will not escape it.
What defines a soul?
Bit of a
Some call it the
overlook
spark
there.
within that fights the darkness, that burns for life itself. But what of death, who became the Reaper the day he slaughtered the Nephilim? He killed his brothers, his comrades, and Absalom.
Death! Why do you slay your own? The Nephilim have no claim to Eden. There are realms for angels and demons. Why not for us? Eden belongs to man. It belongs to those who take it!
The eons have not answered the question. Was it worth it?
Brother.
That one moment. Begot corruption. And crowned him Kinslayer. The bitter victory could not be undone.
Tree of Death.
Ah, the Pale Rider. Isn't it odd that so many have come here by your hand? And yet you so rarely visit the Dead Kingdom.
I had no plan to visit this wretched place. I sought the Tree of Life. I found it. Now I'm here.
The tree is no destination, my friend. Only a portal to other worlds. If the tree is what you seek, then you have arrived.
That I have been betrayed.
Not so hasty.
Literally everyone
tree
told you the
is
portal was
wise
the tree was a
beyond
portal.
imagining.
Takes you to
If
somewhere
it
else.
brought you here, then here is where you belong. Perhaps I can help.
I doubt it.
You would be wise to heed me. I have a merchant skill to grant your deepest desire. Tell me, Rider, what do you seek?
I would redeem my brother, restore the balance.
Yes, I have heard the tale. Your brother rode though no call was given, and mankind paid the price.
Guard your tongue, merchant.
I give no judgment, friend. Only pass on that which I have been told. You were right to seek the tree, but it is only the gateway. What you seek is the Well of Souls.
The Well of Souls can restore humanity.
And more. The well channels the dead into this kingdom from every world, above and below. It is also how souls are brought back into creation when they are ready to be reborn.
You still haven't said what you are.
The history of my people was burned to ash along with our world. Forgotten even by those who destroyed them. Now, only the smoke remains. We were not the first, nor will we be the last. It is the way of things.
The way of things is balance.
And what balances life? Nothingness. Or corruption. Eventually, it consumes us all.
So it would seem. None of this explains what you're doing here.
I am merely a humble merchant with a taste for the finer things. In life and in death. I am Ostagoth, and it would amuse me to offer you my wares.
Tree of life, tree of death, portals to other worlds. I know none of this. How is it I have remained so blind, or does your tongue only spit lies?
I mean, Idor was telling you.
Much was kept from the Nephilim, and from the Four.
Why?
Because power must be tempered with ignorance. If the Nephilim knew the true nature of the tree, all would have perished.
I forsook the Nephilim, became a warrior for the balance, even killed my own people. I protect these worlds, you and the tree, yet still I remain in the dark.
Forsaken, yes. Forgotten? No. The Nephilim live on in you. But what do I know? I am but a simple merchant.
What if I wish to return to the Forge Land?
The Tree of Life has many portals, Rider. Some may help you retrace your path. Many portals are closed, but the ones to the Forge Lands remains open.
Alright.
All new items from lands near and far.
How much I need to buy right now? Considering the costs of everything. Eldritch Axe of Fire. Yeah. Yeah, nothing's doing better than Maker Hour for a little while. Sorry about that.
Pretend that I believe you. Where should my search begin?
You must scale the Serpent's Peak and summon the Eternal Throne. There the Lord of Bones slumbers. He will guide you to the well, or he will have your soul. Before you go, horseman, consider this. My people may be lost, but their relics yet remain. You may come across them in your travels. They are worthless to most, but valuable to me. Return them, and I will trade relic for coin.
Okay, duly noted. Alright. Save. Yep, so we got same thing as the last game. Find the trinket, bring it the guy, get the cash. Alright, one quick second. Sorry. I do wish allergies were less of a problem in my life.
You know where to find me.
Alright, actually, I never did bother to go grab Gorewood. I actually might wait a minute on Gorewood. I should get Gorewood out of the way. I will do that. That's actually a pretty solid talisman, but I kind of want to stick with Spellbinder. Okay. Yeah, let's go kill Gorewood. So I have the grapple, so that should let me get around to places. Oh, that should let me get up to the, there's a thing in the woods I need the grapple for, too. Either way. So yeah, let's go do that first. Since it's kind of on my mind. There's the statue in the woods.
No place for a horse. I have to go alone.
No. Here it is. Here we are. Oh, turn my nose up to a boatman coin. You guys aren't worth the fights for. But drop something. It's worth picking up, but drop something. Alright, so something off the Weeping Crag that'll take me into the Gorewood room. Also something over there. Oh, wait, what? Oh, gun. Is it because I was on horse? Okay. Yeah, this area seems to have some weird lighting issues. Guessing the default was EX12. No, thank you. That's what I'm hoping for. Thank you. So a level 2 mace of some kind and level 12 frost type. Math per kill and frost damage. Alright, so you'll do a pretty good job. I did nothing. Piercing damage 25 or frost damage. I'll take the frost. Okay, there we go. There's gotta be something around here at least. It's weird finding enemies not repopulating. Ah, I see. If you get there, then you can launch across to whatever's over there. Alright. Here it is. Okay. This is what I was looking for. I'm probably actually going to want you. Alright, eat Gorewood. Okay, actually, I'm taking as much damage as I expected, so I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm bullying you this time. Remember last time I fought you, you were like an absolute slog. I mean, to be fair, I came at this, like, way lower level, but yeah. Alright, and that's the Gorewood Mall. Got our opponents into the wind like chaff. Yeah, that is a lot easier to come in at the proper level and not just stumble into that on accident. You are... Thank you? Took a little longer than it should have, but whatever. Health on crit, wrath on crit, shock damage. That's good. I wonder if I feed you, will I get it? Yes. There we go. Health on crit, baby. That's what we want. Alright. Strength bonus, 100%. Right, this thing, like, doubles your strength when you swing it. Remember this thing being gnarly as well. Also, I now have health on crit, so these things will do me good. I'll probably level up when I turn the... So let's do that. No, before you start swinging.
God has passed into the earth.
Then we have lost one of our greatest allies. Now, what will you kill next?
Just barely not a level up. Alright, do you gain anything else? No. Right, having one of these rounds means if I just whack a training post, I get a health pack. Cool. That's a good charge attack, and it seems to reliably crit. I will have to keep that in mind. Alright. Any other side quest I needed? I forget if I can cash in any of the stones. Would be... over in the fjord, right? The gorge. Yeah, just doing some last little bit of wrap up. I just need to find where that last page is, but again, I can do that offline. You're right here. Forgot if I can cash any of these in.
These are for you. Where did you find these?
Five arcane. Yeah, right. He gives you permanent stat boosts. I forget what the actual like combos are here. There's a list of them, but not. You can actually combo them. Blue, red, and yellow, depending on the type. Here we are. Okay, so... yeah, there's a whole spread here. So, alright, so resistance... okay, so blue stones give you magic boosts, red stones give you health or damage. Yeah, so power stones, 3 power stones gives you strength, 2 power stones gives you crit damage. Mystic and 2 power gives you crit chance. Arcane, crit damage, crit chance. Okay, so yeah, you can give yourself passive crit chance bonus. So I think the worthwhile ones are going to be Strength, Arcane, or the passive defense ones. How many defense ones are there? Those are definitely going to be the big prize. 10. And... okay. There are 10 defense rocks for us to unlock. So those are the rarest ones. So we definitely want to spend those on getting, like, bulk. Alright. Like, I knew you got... I was pretty certain you got stats for them. I just didn't remember how it determined you get stats for them. Alright, let me check over here real quick, because I have the grapple now, so I can get up over onto this area. Might be over this way. Yeah, there it is. The boatman coins, so. Almost got 40 if I had any coin to actually grab the possessed ones. Oh, I see. Spooky shadow realm creature, gotcha.
This is no place for a horse.
Thing I can't do anything about. Crummy pauldron I can't use. Cash boost. Okay. So that's the fjords. So, not much we can do here. Other than find the missing paper, which I'll deal with later. Alright. Arrived back at the Tree of Death. At least the spooky horse fit them now. Leviathan's Gold. Look, skeletons. You've entered the land of the boners. Etu God. Didn't take us long to find one. Like I said, we were like just barely on the edge of the level up there. So yeah, the map is all spooky now. We are not touching the lair to the deposed king. Yeah, that is a funny way to die right now. Good points. I will probably just invest a skill point into Death Blossom and start investing into Unstoppable. I think that's just the right choice. Presumably nothing in this corner yet. It's one of those, like, the explosion is actually decent damage, at least on the initial go, so. Here of the Deposed King, which I think we were missing the mobility tool that can even do anything in there anyway, so. 2 more mobility tools. I don't remember what the third one is, but I remember what the last one is. Or maybe I'm mixing up their positions, but I remember one of them. There's something here. What? That's fine? Looks like it's fine. Maybe? Yeah. I see. Okay. And I need a power I do not have. Here, oh. You're one of those defense rocks. Yeah, there we go. Surprise. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the ability to get that. But at least I know where this is. So yeah, this is something, if I'm remembering what it is, then it's very useful. It's the same thing that was in the Nook as well. Which is one of two things. It's either horse armor, or it's the other side quest item that I plan on getting. I'm not as interested in finding horse armor in this game because it is not as good. It is generally a good armor, but of note is that it actually levels up with you, so it's generally always stays reliable, which makes it worth having. But it has some flaws. Okay, sure. Doesn't look like there's much we can do down there yet. Yeah, nothing like you here either. Okay, it actually might be the third ability, considering how often it's coming up now. Could go a different direction though. This was progress, but in the right direction. To have wrapped back in around on itself. Either way, I think I will wrap my head around this some more on Friday. Either way, glad to be back at it. Sorry about sudden allergy problems. I was doing relatively fine all day and then suddenly I wasn't. So, yeah. Either way, I'm gonna say good night. Catch you guys later, and yeah, hope you enjoyed some more Darksiders, because yeah, I'm having fun coming back to this. Game is a good time. So, catch you later.